It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Last we left off, Bell's Hells, after arriving on the Red Moon Ruidus, trekked into one of the villages on the outside of the central capital city of Friederichs. Encountered some of the locals, made some friends, ran into some enemies, took some out, took some captive, and then in the process of looking for a means of continued travel towards the city of your destination, some of you ran into Odahan Fool, who has been seemingly progressively on the trail of you since your arrival. Through a brief bit of a chaotic scuffle and an escape, you all whisked yourselves away into the sky and, facing an oncoming storm, sought shelter a little ways northward. Upon diving into a nearby chasm, delving into its depths and finding some odd water network, caverns, and continuing to follow this strange source of water, you trekked through these winding tunnels, found a high, splashing waterfall, climbed to the top, and found ancient ruins emerging from inside this kind of rock-clustered cavern, seemingly from times long forgotten. As you trekked through these ruins and began to look for a way of getting back to the surface or finding a safe space to rest at the very least, you found some unique elements kind of lost to time, forever locked in this kind of moment before cataclysm, and then found the source of this burbling river of water that was carving from the rock. Out of curiosity, Fern transformed into some multitude combination of various water creatures.
No, sheep-leaf sea slug.
Sheep-leaf sea slug.
It just had the function of a
But
salmon.
it's all, yeah, it just looks like that, but it functions like a salmon.
Great,
Power
thank you
of
for
a salmon.
clarifying.
Yeah.
It's like
salmon
Spider-Man
with a new Street Fighter skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Upon pushing through the forceful water, you eventually found yourself in a less cramped space, in a less constantly pressured, coursing water. Clambering upward towards a light source, you breached into what seemed to be an unfamiliar lake beneath a blue and cloud-dappled sky. Beautiful kind of cold air surrounding forests and mountain tops with kind of white snow dusting across their peaks. As you've emerged into this space, what do you do?
Wow. Can I turn around and then, like, stick my head under the water to make sure that the portal's still there?
There is no, like, visible portal from the surface. As you delve down into the kind of dissipating light, the dark depths of this surprisingly deep lake, down towards the deep, cold, kind of black, mucky bottom of this lake, feel the water tugging more and more powerful. And you can see one section about 5 feet above where some of this twisted, gathered, kind of silt-covered plant expanse is. You can see where the water is kind of slightly manipulated to the point where the visuals shift into a twist.
All right, I'm gonna head for that to try to go back through the portal.
Okay. You catch up to it, and like setting yourself into a massive river current, you feel the water pulling you forward. You rocket towards it and immediately come through into the dark underground and then emerge out of the side of the cavern entrance. The rest of you watch as Fern just kind of onto the rock next to you.
So, it's a portal. It's legit a portal.
Where to where?
So it looks like a lake. I can't really tell, but I think I didn't want to stay out there just in case. I
You
think
get
maybe
eaten
someone
by
should
a seagull.
Something, yeah.
Yes.
So maybe somebody should come.
We should figure out where
bring
it is.
A lake on the
bring a
moon?
rope. I don't know. There's
Did it seem like the
there's a
moon?
forest. There's a lake. There's
That's not
snow-capped
Did it look real?
mountains.
Fern, was there anybody out there?
We could send
No,
just.
I could go back. I just wanted to make sure I could get back to you.
We could
guys.
send just the few of us who are healthy and
Yeah,
well
actually,
rested.
Not too bad.
I think we should sleep before we go through.
Oh, this could be huge. If this is a
here?
portal to Exandria, this could be our back door.
But counterpoint,
Counterpoint.
if a couple of us go through
Just to see.
just to see, we can actually turn into mist and see where we are in the world as opposed to just going through.
That's fair.
It's also a good shit. That's actually very true.
Because we can affix the magical rod and have a rope that goes through
yeah, to
so
go
that we
through.
can...
We'll put a
Easy enough to hammer.
wooden mallet.
I've got a
the
rope
rock.
150 feet
There
away.
you go.
I've got some rope. You want to go for like 100 feet?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I give I tie the rope onto the immovable rod, and hand the immovable rod to the
slug.
salmon slug.
I'll grab it with a couple leaves.
Ready?
Maybe
following
Orem
you.
gets in front of you so Orem can hold on to the rod.
I got it. Why?
What form are you right now?
I'm asleep.
You can't carry an arcane rod
Watch me.
as a slug.
Okay. The two of you together, it's a lengthier journey than your first endeavor out there. What was a 5-minute press against the water becomes a 30, 40-minute, like, grabbing a hand, holding the hand, hang on for a second, losing your grip and having to catch yourself again, pushing against the water as it's forcing yourself back, climbing and climbing. You know the path in front of you, but you do not. And for a certain point, you begin to wonder, is this a joke? Or is this something that we missed? Like, what, am I in danger? And then eventually your hand reaches up and catches it around the side of a lip almost. And as you pull, it's not like a hard rock. It feels like there's a branch or something on the side. And just enough to pull yourself forward. And as you do, you emerge from the center of this cavern and into the bottom of the lake that Fern had described to you.
I've never been anywhere like this.
I'm just gonna go out of the hole and make sure, float and make sure everybody gets through.
All right, so able to fix the rod there, and you can feel like the water pulling you back in as you emerge from it. You kind of swim around, clicking it in place, pull back into the water, and you can feel it. You're having to like push against the force that's pulling you towards the entrance. You can see the rope kind of get pulled into it taut. You still have about 20 feet of slack come through out the water, and you can see it like flickering in the stream as it's marking its way out of the rock. But you all slowly begin to pull your way through the cavern. It is intense and it's dark.
Yeah.
So
I have dogfish.
yes. So the arduous journey eventually leads you to the bottom of the lake, where all of you as a troop begin to emerge and pull away from the intense draw of this small portal that you had emerged from. Now, all swim in this kind of lightless expanse and begin to clamber up to the surface where you break.
How far to a shoreline?
From where you stand here, probably a few hundred feet.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my wild shape.
Oh,
Get
okay.
up there and you can see like there's gray clouds and there's a little bit of like dark blue sky peeking through it, but you can kind of see like the little bit of that twilight, like Cathacast light that hits the bit of the snow that comes across the mountain range that surrounds you and kind of make out the textures of the forests.
Katha's in the sky.
Katha is in the skies.
And there's no sign of ley lines. There's no sign of the bridge.
You can definitely see the ley lines.
Okay, so we're
home.
This definitely has a feel of an Exandria space. All right, eventually clambering onto the shore out of the lake, very like dark and muddy edges of it. The kind of silt layer is very thick.
And you said we cannot see Ruidus in the bridge.
You cannot see Ruidus and Bridge from here.
okay.
Cloud time.
Yeah.
God time.
So heading up.
It's been a minute.
Okay. As you finish transitioning into your mist form, you all carry high up into the air, and looking down, you can see indeed this is kind of cradled in the middle of this massive, sprawling mountain range, with all manner of higher regions that are snow dusted and other parts that kind of fall into dark shadow. But from this high up, there's, the texture all just becomes a sort of blanket of gray from a certain height. You don't recognize the region here from sight. This does not appear to be the Alabaster Sierras or any place near Whitestone, at least from your personal experience. For all of you, this is definitely a location you're unfamiliar with. But you do see from this height what looks to be structures built on the kind of not quite the full opposite edge of the lake, but maybe like a third of the circumference away, and it looks like a village. It's dark, but you can see the buildings present.
All right, let's go to the structure.
Okay. Rapidly, you all coast down to this area, and as you kind of head above it, it is a modest village, probably of about no more than 150 structures together. You can see there are 4 different small lake docks that kind of carry about 20 or so feet out into the lake. There's walkways, and there's what looks to be just neighborhoods. Very, very simple.
Let's get in and take a good look.
Yeah.
You begin to coast through the streets, and you can see there are many windows closed, some that are open, some doors that are partially ajar. No, like, warm hearths. It is just dark and still.
Does it look abandoned?
It's looking pretty abandoned, and a lot of it looks like it's been just falling to the elements.
Any kind of water wheels near the water, or signs of industry or
writing,
agriculture?
any signs on
Writing.
buildings?
You do see some buildings that are labeled. You see one that says fishmonger, another that says general supply.
And it's written in common?
Common.
It's written in common.
Are there supplies in the general supply shop? Is it empty or is it still stocked? Just dusty?
It's deeply dusty and still carries some supplies that are long untouched.
I want to look and see if there's like any like job like post boards
Or guild or
Yes.
town hall. Or anything that
Taverns.
looks more than like a store that would have records
Yeah.
or writing.
This village doesn't have like a massive record hall. It's you know, it feels, especially the space, isolated enough where there's no massive central place there. But you do eventually find some sort of a clerk's office containing books and records, and you find within a quick scan a lot of references to the town Ruidus village.
Oh, what's that? Huh?
How do you spell that?
And you also, from looking at some of these, talking about the different people that fish in this environment, they refer to this as Lake Umamu.
Mama. Now, do either of those, either from having read about them or even just etymology and the kinds of words they are, help me remember where this might be in the world?
There is something about this, the more time you spend here, that the type of trees,
We in Vasselheim?
it has a very Asilran scent to it.
Yeah.
I want to find the richest, most expensive looking house in the whole. I want to just head towards whatever looks like the person with the most money, where the person with the most money in town lived.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
As you're looking through the books, the rest of you are in the process of looking around. So we'll get back to you. It's going to take a little bit for you to do this research.
Are you looking
Okay.
through books as a cloud?
No, I think
No,
we
they-
declouded.
You glance around, and I mean, most of the buildings here are fairly modest. There is one abode that looks like it's probably worth the most. It's the largest of the homesteads. The windows in this are broken.
Yeah, I want to look around that house, see if it's been robbed, see if it's been.
There are definitely signs of robbery.
Okay,
You go
that's
through and
interesting.
see so a lot of the furniture's been untouched, and the same heavy layer of dust is there. As you go around, you can see shelves have been pulled out of desks. You can see upstairs a lot of the furniture has been tossed. The bed's been shifted out of position. But all the moved furniture is also heavily coated in dust. It leaves you to believe that this all transpired a while back.
Yeah.
Are there pebbles or anything along the shoreline?
Oh yeah, there's all manner of tiny little pebbles and bits of river stone that have washed down through this valley.
I'm gonna look. All right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna demist and
Okay.
grab a couple like pebbles from the shoreline.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab like if there's like a piece of wood I can break off of one of the buildings. Just grab a few items from the town.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for paperwork or things that people wouldn't have stolen in the house, or like just things that people would have thrown away, that because they're not worth money. Documents, letters, anything in that house. Anything.
Interestingly enough, like the general store, some of the other buildings that you've seen seem to have been just kind of left at the moment. this house looks like it was cleaned out. Like it was packed away or everything was taken from the interior.
I'm still looking for like a bird or a squirrel.
There are critters that have moved into parts of the buildings,
If I
edges
can
of
get
roofsides.
close enough within earshot of a bird's nest, I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And talk to one of them.
Laudna, about this time, you start finding a thread of
Awesome.
notes here in this kind of clerk space that begins talking about the worrying trend of business abandonment. People just upping and leaving without saying a word. You kind of follow that thread, and then other people start saying, no, it has to do with the disappearances.
The disappearances.
There was the Alvin child, then there was the whole Claren family, then there was the Otises, and people seemed that to have them happen in succession, there must be some sort of rumor going around that's making people leave. But then another night, 4 families are gone,
Whoa.
and there's no one who saw them leave, and they just left everything behind. And the fishmonger, Gerald, just recalled seeing somebody walking out by the water and just walking into the lake.
Shut up.
But that also could be Gerald trying to get people to look away from him, and so the investigation went into the fishmonger. Nothing came up, but the people at the town began to spread their own rumors. I think that perhaps he was going around and taking out competition. People that maybe had bad blood, and there had been a lot of odd, small village politics happening between some of these folk. But then he disappeared. And that's where the notes end.
Wow.
Not
I'm
from
gonna-
inside a village.
I'm going to yell at the bird if I see a bird.
Yes.
Hey, you! Hey, you! No. Don't you look at me. Don't look at me like that. I mean you no harm. I got no quarrel with you. What? Have you seen any other folks like us walking through here recently?
No. Occasionally, some folks might come through, try and rummage through some things, but
So
then
you-
they go away.
So you have seen some folks.
Maybe.
Don't you look at me like that. When they come through, which way do they walk
Crack that
into
nut,
town
fucker.
from and out of town to? Like, is there a direction where they go to?
It's been 5 years since they were last seen around here. I don't remember.
You see any shadows moving under the surface of the lake? Any creatures, any monsters that come onto the shoreline, or you
No
toothless freak?
monsters? No, not since the people walk through, but they just kind of eventually go in, don't they?
Have you ever seen any of those folks walk into the lake?
They were gone before I got here.
Some of the ones that came through and began to fill their pockets, they eventually found themselves swimming.
Oh, they did. And they never came out, did they?
Oh, shit.
I don't remember seeing them leave now.
Why is he so?
Did
Yeah.
Martin McDonough fill their
He's just
pockets
taking what we
with
get
rocks
apart.
and killed themselves in the lake?
Shoo! Get!
That's like, thank you. I wanted to blink so bad.
Just takes off, leaving some feathers and scatters
Oh
in
my
the
God.
air.
It's the lake, y'all. Why are people walking into the lake?
I don't like it.
You know what we need to do?
Like plastic.
Sleep and see who gets taken.
Uh-huh.
Should we sleep here?
We definitely should now.
Where are we bedding for the evening?
I'd say second floor if we're going to take the
Oh,
expensive
yeah.
place.
Okay. So heading into this abode, it has a second floor that is primarily just a bedroom and what looked to have been an office that has since been completely emptied out. Downstairs, you can see there's a small sitting area. It has like 2 couches. One of them's been tipped over onto its back. There's kind of a circular table between that. A very, very modest kitchen, but other than that, it is quiet beyond the sound of the various nocturnal creatures that are chirping and cawing in the distance.
We should take turns.
Orem and Imogen. Okay. Two of you settled in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna try something. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
All right.
Caleb Widowgast. We're in a village called Ryaduin.
I'm doing great.
It's a back door, maybe, to the moon. Do you hear me? Come for a visit?
There's a brief moment before you hear back. Ah, hello.
Shut up!
Hello?
Is that Caleb? Is that him? Is that him?
I hear him. Where's your shush?
This is strange. None of this has not worked in some time.
Wait, if I can do it, maybe you can do it.
Gimme!
That's
Not the rock!
I'm gonna cast Sending on Caleb Widowgast. I hope this works. I assume this means you're all right. Again, that's Lake Umamu. Can you get word to the Resistance?
Yes, this is Caleb Widowgast. I don't know what has changed. The sort of communications have not worked for some time. I do know where in the spell.
Fuck! Okay, then I'm gonna. Ooh, should I keep talking to him?
I think if you can, I mean, yes.
What
Oh,
about
yeah.
sending somebody else a message?
Oh, I could send it to somebody else. I could send it to Keyleth.
Yeah,
All right.
tell her about it.
Okay.
What can he do?
All right. Okay, I'm gonna send a message to Keyleth. Huh? Maybe it won't work. Maybe. Shut up. Okay, I'm gonna do it. We found a secret entrance. Back on Exandria. In Lake Umamu. We're in Ryaduin. No, I'm saying that wrong.
A moment passes before a familiar voice responds. Hi! Hello! Is everyone okay? You're in Umamu. That's the Caramarin Reach, Isilra.
Caramarin Reach?
What about Ruidus?
Fuck. Oh, shit. I'll use my last spell.
You're doing great.
After the Bloody Bridge, the capital city of Creveris is where they're gathering forces. There's a tunnel that leads down. We'll show you. Nice.
All right. Let me finish some business here, and I'll try and meet you. I'm curious to hear how much you've learned. Time is starting to run short.
Should I tell her we haven't learned anything yet in Creveris? Maybe save the energy, we'll go push forward and come back? Right. I just wanted to, let her know where the entrance was.
Right.
But we won't be here.
No, we won't be here to meet her. Oh, good morning.
But we won't be here.
We'll have to help her get out.
Right.
We can leave a trail. We can leave a trail back up.
Markings?
Something, yeah.
Okay.
To help her find her way to the surface.
Oh!
He's attacking her. He's the monster.
It's gonna be okay, right?
I don't know, but thank you.
For what?
Weeks, months, I don't know. How long have we been together?
I don't know. Months?
Feels like years. Hang on to me, I'll hang on to you.
right.
We'll hang on to them.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine.
it's gonna be fine. All right. portal is in the lake. We're heading back in the morning. Haven't learned enough. Going to Creveris. We'll leave markers for you to follow.
Very well. I'll send a team to follow and see what this secret door is in the lake. Good luck moving forward. We're counting on you.
She's gonna send a team to follow.
It's about this time another voice pushes into your head, like a bat out of hell. Hello? Mr. Caleb said I'm supposed to talk to this person. Is this working? I've tried this so many times. It's driving me up the wall. And so anyway, I'm just curious if this is going forward. Hello? Please respond, please.
Yes, who is... Yes, it works. We met Caleb at the Key. We're at Lake Umamu. We just talked to Lady Keyleth.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but I'm extremely happy for you, and I'm so happy this is working. So who are you? What are you doing? How do you know Caleb? How did this all come?
I'm Imogen. We're a group. We went to Ruidus. How do you... We met Caleb at the Key. He was captured. We haven't seen him since.
Okay, well, he's fine now, and it's nice to meet you, person that knew Caleb at the Key. Don't know what that means either, but thank you.
Who is this?
Oh, my name is Chester.
Nice to meet you, Chester.
Dorian. We're alive. Been to the moon. Going back. Find the Tempest. If I don't get the chance again, I've really missed you.
No words meet your ears, but you swear you heard something outside.
There's windows in this room?
You're not sure. You need to check in on it. You need to see what that was.
What is it?
It might be Dorian.
Oh my god.
No, he's gonna get sucked into the...
Oh my god.
This is how it works.
This is
what's
a
going
horror
on?
film.
Shit.
What's going on?
I think someone's outside.
Who? Who?
I don't know. I heard somebody outside.
Well, then we should wake the others.
That's fine.
Laudna. Shh. Somebody's outside.
Someone's outside. I heard someone outside.
Somebody's working. I can talk to people.
You can
wake
talk
up,
to people.
FCG.
I'm gonna flick shit in the nose. Get up! Wake up!
Okay, no one's going outside.
Wait till morning.
I will send Pate.
As you're all having this conversation, Orm is walking towards the
No.
Wait, where are you going?
Can
Where's
I
he
try to
going?
hold on to his arm? Don't go outside.
I send Pate through the window.
Go
Go see if anyone's outside.
He's the biggest paratrooper just getting thrown out the A1 C-130.
No real description, just
Let's go take a
I
look.
just want to remind everybody that this town is completely empty and abandoned because people were being called and randomly walking into the lake.
Says the bird that FCG talked to.
This is the court.
Says the court documents that I spent 2 hours
One guy walked into
reading.
the lake. The fishmonger
I
walked
am
into the lake.
quietly walking to the front door,
What?
putting the hammer up and activating the fucking
On the door?
just making it an effort to get out.
You head to the door.
Uh-oh.
The door?
Oh, no.
You feel like you heard something too.
There is something. What the fuck was that?
Okay,
FCG,
Yes, sir.
Chetney.
Yeah.
Really great shit.
You all have this overwhelming sense that something. You don't know if maybe the portal has closed, or something has come through, but a little thing in your brain is you're worried about your ability to return. Because there's something that's calling you towards that water. To inspect, to check, to make sure that everything's okay.
I hate this.
I love it.
You watch Ashton goes and puts the hammer in the front. And I kind of pull it away a bit, second guessing.
Well, let's just go, because we got to get back quick and get to sleep.
Can't
so
lose the portal. Yeah.
I'm going to exit the door.
I'll follow FCG.
What are we...
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on?
I just have a feeling that something's messing with the portal. We just got to make sure it's not
Stop
closed.
fucking walking outside. Are you guys kidding me right
I don't
now?
walk, I roll.
Get back. Oh, you still must be. Hold on.
It's dark out there. It's real dark.
I mean, it's a village.
While the four of you, kind of as you think in your head, trying to process this, don't realize that you're now pushing knee height to waist height in the water, just heading
It'll be
straight
real quick.
into the lake.
I'm going to cast command on each one of them and tell them to go back to the house.
For in this instance, it would be FCG, Chetney, and Orem.
All start to head back.
All immediately kind of stop sloshing in the water.
Not you. Okay.
Yeah.
Turning tail and beginning to catch themselves for a minute while Ashton.
I'm the one. Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to tell Pate to go invisible and to follow Ashton, connect himself to Ashton.
Okay. So in this chaos, it's splashing in the water's turning around, kind of the bit of panic starting to take root here. Three of them halt and kind of look at each other oddly and start turning back for 6 seconds.
that's all I got.
And the panic hits you as you turn around and realize that Ashton is out of sight.
Wait.
At the sound of a splash. And as you begin to search for him to try and find a way, you hear your three other friends
Turning
begin
back
to
around.
wade back.
Do you have,
No.
I'm just gonna. Am I close to any of them? I'm gonna try to hold on to Orem and just pull him back.
So you try and pull back and feel yourself being pulled under with him. Do you continue to hold on or do you let him go?
I don't know what to do. I can
I'm just
hurt
gonna
him.
keep holding. I'm gonna keep holding.
Okay, the two of you watch as Imogen vanishes beneath the water.
Oh,
with
he's
Orem.
down. He's going down. He's going under. He's going under.
Does anybody see a boat?
A boat?
I stick my head into the water. Do I see any boats?
Indeed, under the water around the dock, you see 4 boats that are sunken. And half lodged into the silt and muck along the side. You can see ropes that once tethered them have long snapped as they just slowly sank with time and weather.
All right. I am going to cast animate objects on a boat and a rope. I'm gonna look at the boat. I'm gonna be like, you. Come here, it's ghost ship time. And
You
raise
watch
it
as
out
the
of
water begins to shift and bubble over as an old, rickety, kind of sub-water rotted boat onto the surface.
And you see, just for flavor, out of it has 2 wooden planks that go clinking out of the side, and it grows like little muscular hands, and it starts crawling across the water.
What do you want, bitches?
I can't talk. Oh my god.
You can make it alive?
So the boat, which you don't hear, you see it moving, but you don't hear it talking.
Oh.
This is kind of your connection to it as its creator. What do you need?
All right.
The rope's like, whoa, hey, I'm here to help too.
Nowhere.
Laudna, what's your name? No.
I'm a rope!
We have 4 friends out there, and they're all mind-controlled by whatever spooky presence is here in the lake. You gotta go get them, wrap them up, and drag them back into shore.
I'm a rope.
You and boat.
Gets into the
It's
boat.
a rope and boat combo team. Do you hear me, boat?
I hear you.
Go get them.
Can I send the dancing lights down after our friends so I can at least track them in light where they're going?
Okay. You can see kind of the dull glow of FCG kind of vanishing into the depths below as you send your orbs down to follow. The 4 of you, you're so close. You can feel that sort of anticipation, that cusp of elation is right on the other side of whatever it is you're going for. It is nothing but chemical impulse that is pushing you down deeper and deeper. And it gets harder to see as you your hands touch the top of that like massive cluster of odd underground or underwater growth. And the water itself is chilled like ice. And as you kind of reach down kind of into this space, you feel the bits of weird, almost ivy-like water growth begin to wrap around you. And it's, as it does, you begin to pull further into it and kind of knock through and grip it. It's like this wonderful embrace, this warm sensation, like this is where you were supposed to be. This is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there.
I'm swimming. We're swimming down. We're swimming into it.
As you both are swimming down, you look and you see just these tendrils of shadow that are all through, shifting and waving into the water below, and you have no sign of your friends.
But what about SCG's lights?
You can see faintly the glow of where FCG's light is and the occasional glimmer of color in the shadow of where your friends are currently delving into the base. You also, in that bit of light that comes through, can see between the shadow and murk flashes of just bones.
This is a graveyard. This is a graveyard, yeah.
You see like the cluster of like dense vegetation that accompanies the base and like those glimmers of bones through it. It's like a giant nest mass of like black vines.
Can I try to send out a mind sliver to the cluster of vines?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna bamf out Mister.
Okay. In the water?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Mr. go to FCG and try to
All the guys.
Try to do
This is the tiny
the,
teleport?
like the little 15 feet. He can dimension door basically.
Yeah,
Why am
the short distance teleport.
Yes.
Okay. So order of operations here. You send Mr. down to swim towards FCG. You go ahead and release your mind sliver and it strikes the entity. You watch as the shadows flicker for a moment. The 3 of you, suddenly that warmth shifts and that bone-chilling cold settles in. And as you come to awareness of your space, you just see nothing but darkness around you. And though you can breathe, the dancing lights fill the space around it, but this particular shadow that surrounds them consumes the light that falls into its space. So you just find yourselves like lost in darkness. And though you can breathe water, breathing the deep chill of this temperature in itself hurts you and the panic immediately kicks in. But you do have control of your faculties at this moment.
Wow.
Ashton, however, is still embracing down below. All right, so as you come to trying to scramble yourself free, the boat with Laudna and the rope arrive on the top, and you just see like scrambling below the occasional flashes of light and like bubbles like from underneath. What do you do?
I'm going to do my form of dread and kind of look like one of the undead pirates just for funsies. And I say, hey, we're going to the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
And then
The boat goes.
then we just dive down and I just look super majestic with one foot
You
under.
and the
I'm
boat
just Captain
slowly
Morgan
sink
awesome.
into the lake
Sink down to
as the rope begins to
Captain-
protrude and snake outward. For those of you that just regained your senses, you're still in darkness. You're just freezing cold, and the panic is set in. It feels like you have seaweed that's kind of wrapped around you with like a freezing touch, and that's about it.
Around us, I will try to buzzsaw my way through whatever kelp is holding.
Okay. You try and buzz outward, and while it doesn't catch anything, the tendrils are still holding taut to your arm and fighting against your ability to cut into it.
19 with inflict wounds on just like the cold, weird seaweed.
Necrotic damage. No effect.
Shit!
Necrotic
It's
doesn't take-
undead seaweed.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
FCG, as you're trying to buzzsaw in the water, you see this little flicker of light, like almost like an underwater flare, trying to. And you're like curious what that is, and it catches you a little fearful the moment before you see through the flame, trying to flicker underwater, this tiny little rotund monkey body go and reach for you. It grabs you, and then suddenly there's a weird sucking moment as the water collapses in around the space where you both were in a flash of flame, pulling both you and him a little further up into the water. You're both still deep in the water, but you've been pulled out of the binds.
Thanks, mister! Oh no! Get out of here!
You start swimming up.
Yes.
As you're swimming up, a boat is descending along with you with a majestic-looking undead captain, Laudna.
Try and send the rope to wrap around whoever I can.
You got it. So
Can
the
I
rope
try
begins to descend.
Can I try to psychically attack the seaweed thing again to
Yes, you can.
free up the body so that the rope can see where to grab him?
Sure.
Ropey.
All right. Once again, it flickers and pulls back.
Can I take out a chisel and draw it along my neck and have a lightning arc across it using my blood maledict? And can I take a swipe at one of these, like trying to saw through one of
Yes,
these
you may.
fucking things?
As you pull it out and you light it with the energy, you watch it kind of it brightly sparks, and you see the energy kind of grounding and dissipating throughout the water. It seems to be flickering and flaring brighter than the normal arc that it gives off.
And can I swim away if it let go of me a little
Yeah,
bit?
you can go ahead and get up through half your speed in height.
So I push these things back. That one is a 16 to hit.
So yeah, it definitely recoils and pulls away from you, and as the tendrils pull away and you carve past bits of the now severed floating plant matter that kind of drifts away, you now get yourself a glance down into the shadow where you were held, and you can see 4 skulls just kind of embedded in the blackened silt just before closing up over the shadow.
Can I grab one before it disappears and then start swimming?
If you want to try.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
You do grab the skull, and as you do, it surrounds and re-grabs your arms,
No.
re-grappling you.
Okay. All right.
We should go
But
skull
you
then.
have a skull in your hand.
Is Bodhi almost at me?
But Bodhi's it goes pretty cleanly through the water at this point, and is almost near you.
I'm gonna try to grab onto the bow of Bodhi and ride it down and grab my coin and whisper a prayer to the Changebringer and try to turn undead.
Let's go.
Okay. In this moment, as you try and reconnect, you feel her presence even stronger than before, and for a brief moment, the shadows that emerge from the water almost look like hair underwater of the endless roads that drift away. In that moment, you see that the path that leads towards this is the path to salvation for your friends, and you focus on the memory of your god, and as you do, that wave of warm energy kind of billows out.
It doesn't
There's a natural 18, unfortunately. So as the wave passes through, the shadow doesn't... I see it kind of pull back in places, but it maintains
Got one
its
more, I
frustrating presence. But you're up now as you begin to descend now. You can see now FCG has grabbed the side of the boat. So you have eyes on 3 of your friends.
Can I tell if one looks more fucked up? Then I'll get Chet.
Okay. So, Shani, as you're carving away, you feel another tendril kind of snake around your body. And you kind of glance back and see it's just kind of this green-stained bit of twine, a rope that is now tethering around your body. And you feel yourself being pulled back towards the ship. What do you do?
Oh, shit. Can I take
Give yourself to the Kraken.
I'll take out the scythe and I'll point just down at the darkness and I'll cast Shatter.
Shatter, okay. You all hear this
10-foot sphere.
and you see this eruption of force beneath, like those depth charges that you watch the water kind of, re-center itself from where the initial forced bubble burst outward and then goes ahead and diffuses back into space. This like flash below.
Song of the cannons over the open sea.
As Ropey is tethered on, goes, and you hear in your head, you hear nothing, but you hear, "Don't worry, fella, I got you!" And begins to pull Chetney back up towards the bow of the ship as he swings the sight to cause this detonation.
Can I speak openly in shadow cant? I say, listen up, ye cursed kelp. I am the captain of this sea floor. Relinquish my friends, for their souls belong to me.
Bodhi's taking you a little deeper than you had wanted. And as you shout this down to the shadow, you feel the waters get kind of still around it and quiet, and for a minute you think it works. Tendrils reach out and attempt to grab around you. Bodhi goes, and begins to pull upward, and the tendrils wrap around the front of Bodhi, and Bodhi pulls away as the two arms go and just slap him away before they withdraw back, and Bodhi begins to pull up a bit. As Chetney gets pulled into the boat, now we have FCG and Chetney holding onto the sides of Bodhi. And
FCG and
wait,
I
Ashton
just thought Ashton is still down there.
no, you don't see Ashton anywhere.
You have not seen anything of me.
If you want to try and like uncover him or swim down deeper towards the mass, you can do that to maybe possibly get a view.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, cool. So you go ahead and swim down and begin to try and push away, but you cannot manage to pull it free. It's knotted so tightly. You kind of know where he is,
Okay.
but he's completely encompassed by this entity.
Have I seen Ashton?
You do not see. All you see is Fern pulling away at parts of it before having to like let go, not making much of a difference.
So I'm going to slash at what's at the plant matter holding me to try to, and I'm making a pushing attack.
Yeah.
So that is 5 + 5 is 10, 16 damage, and they have to beat a 17 to not get shoved 15 feet away.
No, that's a natural 2.
Does pushing back plant life reveal my friend by any chance?
I'll say in this moment, you can see just a handful of glimpses of where Ashton is.
I see what I think is Ashton's reflective arm through the dark, and I want to help really bad, and Orm just goes and vanishes from where he is and reappears right where Ashton is in the mess, and I continue to hack at what's holding Ashton.
The rest of you watches as Orm, after cutting himself away, just...
What?
So that's 12 points of damage. Has to beat a 17.
That's a natural 17.
Okay. 9 to 11, finally a good hit. 17 points of damage, and it has to beat a 17.
No, that's going to fail. So as you do the last 2 cuts, the last one slices through, and you watch as it separates, and you see the back of Ashton now exposed, kind of floating up. And immediately, Ashton, you feel yourself kind of, the cold begin to seep in, and you don't want it, and you watch as he begins kind of reaching to pull himself back into where he was.
Can I attempt to turn undead again?
Come on.
Come
on.
Changebringer, please. I really need you. I'm gonna flip the coin underwater. And catch it.
You flip it, and it begins to sink down. You go to reach for it, and you're not fast enough. It slips from your grasp, and as the coin drops, it stops. As it emanates outward from the coin, the shadow tendrils all scatter in that radius. As they do, you watch the plant life pull back, and you have, for a brief moment, a terrifying view of the underwater graveyard of the many, many people that have been lured here to their cursed demise. Ashton, in this instance, you get to roll your saving throw with advantage because you literally turned it for the time being.
Natural 20.
Yes!
You suddenly, as you're reaching for this, as you watch as it scatter out of your hand, and you're, what am I doing? Oh,
fuck, I see exactly what's below me.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm booking. Good God.
You know who else is getting out of here fast?
No!
She's been turned.
Yeah. So explain to me how you're turned in fear from FCG. What do you do to get away?
I mean, I feel like I would do that and be like, "Ah, surface boaty!
Oh, you're coming. A boat pulls up. Ropey's like, oh, what's wrong, mistress? As Bodhi's pulling up, you look back, and this burning divine light behind you is still chasing you. It's clasped in the back of the boat.
Following me, it's coming from inside the boat!
Big decline.
The temperature of the water, the freezing aspect of it begins to slowly subside as you all begin to like swim back away, and the shadow completely recoils, very much just revealing the silt and bones. It's all kind of clouded up from the movement. And
Like sourceless.
the bottom of the water now has become extremely cloudy as the boat pulls away, and all the various action has caused all the water to just kick up all this dust and black. And as it kind of fills the space, encompassing all the remains of what's there, you can just see the little bits of kelp-like plant life that's just kind of drifting up there as you slowly swim your way back up to the surface.
A minute.
She's trying to get
Let's
away.
follow her. Let's follow her.
Can we head directly to the portal? Can we just go to the fucking portal right now?
Don't you want to
And just
rest?
leave. Yeah, and
Just
just leave.
leave and
To
sleep.
sleep on the other side of this fucking in
Yeah.
another universe, like
Sure.
another
Yeah.
planet. I want to go to another planet.
At least I told them.
You all eventually get back to the shoreline by the village.
I should at least warn them.
Should we leave a note?
Yes.
We'll write it on the dock. Carve it into the dock.
No problem.
Well, I found all those papers that told
Yeah,
everything.
Maybe we just leave those.
I'll leave the papers with the skull on top, like a little paperweight.
You can also just write and you got it paper.
Right.
Right on
But
the
it's
skull.
it's fun to carve it in the dock.
All right, are we going back through the portal?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe we just swim. We get out there, but we know that sleep is on the other side of us. For
We
sure.
thought last.
You're heading into the lake towards the portal?
Yes.
Okay. Delving in, the temperature of the water, while still cold, is nowhere near the freezing temperature it was when you previously entered. And as you begin to delve into the shadow below, lights, before you by various spellcraft, you feel the oppressive presence of the entity not present at the moment. So with that comfort, you push around until eventually you find the place where you had felt the tug of the stream, and then eventually, one by one, pass through into the portal, emerging like a water slide out of the rock, and eventually having to catch yourself on the edge of the river in the subterranean cavern back
And back
underneath
on
the ground of Ruidus.
Night.
I'm gonna just crawl into a corner, go fetal.
I'll take a watch.
You're keeping watch?
Or
Yes.
Mister.
Okay.
I think I can't sleep after the death of Bodhi and Ropey anyway.
Oh.
And there was a turn undead.
As watch 1 and 2 fall asleep, I probably would have,
Candle in the wind.
as we're passing on, whispered, "Why do you think he didn't answer?"
Stop.
Dorian. He didn't answer.
Maybe he was asleep.
Mm-hmm. Pass out.
All right.
You know, Pate, it really makes you think just how fleeting life is. It came so fast.
Yeah, well, there's something about the fleeting nature of existence. Consciousness is ever a fluid thing,
Yeah.
One day you're just granted understanding of the world around you, and you spend the rest of your days trying to grasp the concepts of what the meaning of it all is, and right before you wrap your fingers around it, it's snuffed.
Oh, I'm sure it's very close to your experience, wasn't it? You kind of just bumped into existence.
Yeah, but I'm just a little dead thing, it's okay.
No,
I don't know what I'm doing.
no, that was very insightful.
Eh.
Do any of us really know what we're doing? villa?
Yes, dear.
Were you there on Ruidus?
I never went away. I'm always here with you.
I don't know what to do. What's the end goal of all of this? Am I really just supposed to keep chasing and consuming power wherever I find it? To what end? And will it actually ever be enough?
There's only really one reason for power. To protect those you love. Don't fail as I did. There's still a chance.
Is vengeance all that's keeping you around?
No. If there's anything I've learned in my time, is to never give up. Because if you're willing to give it all away, nothing is impossible.
What if I'm just a danger to the ones I love? The one I love. You know she'd probably be better off without me. I know you know that.
I don't know if that's true. They're all walking into the most dangerous of lions' dens. And I think you don't give yourself enough credit, you sweet girl. Look what you've endured. Look what you're capable of. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Ours. Life is a strange and intangible thing.
And how much power are you going to be sucking away from me? If I grow ever stronger, so do you. It's a gambit.
We're one and the same, Laudna, dear.
I don't believe that.
You don't have to. Faith, for some, is strong. I prefer reality.
Then help me. Grant me more power. What do I need to do?
To grant you power, I need more power. Find what you can and feed us, and I'll give you everything you need to keep her safe. I promise.
Okay, with that, I'm gonna go to bed now, I think.
Laudna, and you feel this like cold presence kind of pull your chin up. And for a moment you can see this ghostly visage of a woman's face with a warm but stern look. We will endure. Always. And her visage vanishes. As you all awaken in this cavern, the nearby sound of rushing water, the still somewhat mysterious and beautiful frozen moment in time kind of half merged with the surrounding rock of the cavern. What would you like to do?
Well, we're under and protected, and it's nice, and the greenery is grand, but we should probably find out where this goes.
We should.
Yeah.
Up or down?
I vote up 100 or 200 feet just to see what's ahead. Well, look what being curious got us yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's stay curious.
Yeah.
We just gotta mark where we're going.
Give me that other thing to identify.
Oh, yeah, here's the other ring.
Should we suck the life out of that one ring?
I can cast.
There's a ring of protection.
Oh, a tunable item?
It is.
Who wears the best?
I'll try it if anyone else wants it. I'm curious.
I'm down for that.
It'll just target you.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so Laudna goes ahead and puts the harness on. It feels kind of loose on you. You have to like tighten the edges.
I imagine an elementary school student on their first roller coaster, like one of the hanging ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'm gonna die.
You're gonna slip out of that.
So, your hit point maximum permanently increases by 2.
Whoa.
All right, let's climb.
All right. As you all gather your materials, pick up from your temporary encampment here in the central cavern.
We're climbing.
Yep.
Spider climbing.
Yeah, you're fine.
Shouldn't be this hard.
It takes a little bit of time, but you clamber up along this massive cliff face until eventually it gets to another shelf. This now winds at an upward angle, almost like a slight spiral that backs up and then switchbacks into another cliff that you climb up and continue to push on for what feels like a mile of just odd meandering tunnel that kind of widens in places. There's one element that kind of falls off to the side, and as you kind of look over the side, it's just this open black expanse, this open void chasm that you're uncertain of how far anything would fall, but you're not in danger of stumbling into it, but it's showing some of the odd cavern networks that all intersect in these spaces below.
Can we leave an Ashari symbol at the climb visible from down below so that if someone arriving where we arrived would go and see a marker
Sure,
up?
easy enough to do. You can chisel out the symbol and paint it up and kind of leave these sigils as you go as a place marker.
Should we try to scry on anybody?
I can't do that, can
I
you?
can. Yes. Changebringer, if you can help me, please show me where Ira is right now.
You focus and concentrate. You sense the distance between you and the Changebringer. You feel like there's an attempt to reach out, but there's like a lattice work of fences kind of keeping you at a distance from really extending your consciousness to this greater consciousness. You see flashes of her in the distance, but she's too far to reach. And as you try and beg one more time in your subconscious mind for that clarity, the gate closes.
Have someone try who is not getting their power from down there.
Yeah, but I don't know how to scry. Do you?
I can try to send.
Yeah.
Or we
Try
can
to
just
call
go.
Widowgast again.
I don't know if it'll work through the...
I don't either, but there's no reason not to do it.
Right.
Widowgast, we're back on the moon.
The static feedback comes in and your brain suddenly fills with that sharp pain, lost in the static of whatever strange. Like the previous attempts on Exandria, it's a very similar and even like stronger sense here on Ruidus right now.
Okay. Can you remind us of the geography of where we are again?
You are essentially following this kind of winding tunnel that the further you go, you begin to think. You've been warned of a thing called a baneworm.
Yeah.
You've had a vision. And this tunnel has a continuously cylindrical, constant width to it that kind of snakes and burrows through, leaving just elements of crumbled rock and dust in its wake. But it's also a fairly reliable tunnel.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
You continue on for a good another hour or two before the tunnel just comes to an end.
Oh.
Like a collapse or a fallen element. There is just an end to it.
So the question is, how badly do we want to keep going this way, or do we want to walk backwards?
I don't even think it's an option to go this way.
It's an option, possibly.
But how much is...
To a little Earth glidey situation.
I could.
Yeah.
But
Is there a
boy,
reason-
that's a lot. If anything...
This is the time to do it. We're trapped under
We were walking
hundreds of feet of
hour
stone.
and a half in a tunnel that's dead end.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. Fucking going for it. I am activating the shard of Kamort. I'm just gonna lean down, my hands on the earth, and just start to shake and vibrate and slowly change shape. Bigger, spikier, everything just sort of becomes odd and off.
There's an exaggeration to his size and form. They now, as the transformation eventually slows and comes to a stop, just glancing, kneeling down is about 6 feet tall.
Whoa.
And that rock arm on the side is now a massive claw-like protrusion.
Oh shit, that's pretty powerful. Why'd you waste it doing this, Ashton?
I turn and fall right into the wall and vanish.
He glides into it. And Ashton, as you tumble into the stone, your consciousness kind of connects with the nearby rock and stone, and you sense in the vicinity there are a number of small and large tunnels and caverns that are all burrowed and recollapsed and moved, and you sense that you're not far from the surface.
I'm just gonna fly straight up.
You emerge from the top and kind of land. Immediately, the dust of the storm hits you as you stop, but it kind of just hits your surface and glides off. You feel unaffected by it. Your eyes themselves now like a glass barrier against the storm. As you're just being battered without issue from the storm, you can see now you are indeed kind of a straight shot in the middle of a low valley that curves upward and out of your visual range before the rest of the dust storm.
So there is some cover that we can get to from here.
Yeah.
Fall backward and head straight back down.
Eventually, out of the ceiling, a couple of rocks.
What's that?
Ashton lands, like 3-point lands in the middle of the tunnel where you are.
Do we want to go up or do we want to stay below?
I feel like we should get out of this stone.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, then let's go up.
Back up. And I'm going to just start physically digging straight at it, like at a quarter angle above the break in this tunnel.
Okay, using your massive arm, you just start digging and tearing through, taking the hammer and beating and breaking a rock that doesn't seem to want to budge in that process, and in doing so, making it easier to scoop away. It takes not long with your strength and your help kind of pulling it away, but eventually you end up finding a bit of rock that you feel shift and move where you know a collapse is imminent, and instead you just smash it outward, and you watch as 3 large rocks just dart up, and the dust storm overhead is now visible as the reddish sky and atmosphere of Ruidus is now exposed for you once more.
I just started helping everybody out of the
What's
tunnel.
it like?
There's a dust storm currently blowing through. It's not the harshest of dust storms. It's just more of like an inconvenient one, but also it obscures vision. So it has its benefits and its penalties.
Can I sense where that pull had been coming from as far as the city? That
Indeed. You kind of take a moment between the two of you focusing. You sense the direction where you are and where from is a little bit to the left. That way, you're pretty certain.
I think it's that way. I'm pretty certain.
Sure.
So our goals: find the Friends of the Volition, if we can.
Yeah, the rebel group.
Yeah.
Our mind shieldy scroll has worn off too, right?
Oh yeah. They're gonna be able to figure out where we are.
But we have 2 of those, right?
We used one, so we should use
pop the
another
other
one for
one.
sure right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right. The scroll itself dissipates, and you feel the magical encasement of the protective magic take hold within each of your minds.
Phew.
Woo! So we're just on foot now?
Yep.
Wow.
Just walk.
Walking.
All right. The storm continues to blow, but there's a moment where all of you just stop. You feel this vibration in the air, this odd kind of energy, like a buzz that just kind of encompasses all the space around you. You feel your stomach begin to drop, like there's an anticipatory butterfly-like feeling in your stomach. And faster than you can process it, the entire ground around you begins to brighten.
Oh shit.
Every stone and rock just begins to burn like a colder ember. till you have to close your eyes. It's too bright. It burns your vision. The entirety of the surface of the moon around you becomes incandescent with red light. The storm seems to instantly stop.
It's a flare. Is it a flare?
It's a flare.
Now, the five of you kind of shield your eyes. It's too intense to hold, and you just kind of feel that energy kind of pass through and beyond. The two of you drop into a brief state of euphoria. Suddenly, your vision goes white, not unlike a few moments in your life when you felt that power flash within you. You feel like you've been around forever for a moment. A timeless essence that is only experiencing a blip. And then it's gone and passed through you. You don't see the light anymore, but you feel like you felt it pass through you and up into the endless expanse. The rest of you kind of wait for your vision to return, and you look over and see Fern, that red energy just drifting around her, her hair kind of floating, and you don't see Imogen.
Huh?
Until you look up, and about 20 feet in the air, she stands there, eyes white, hair glowing bright pink red, all the intricate veins of energy across her body now just brightly glowing, and you can see clusters of rock and stone around have lifted up with her and just kind of hold slowly rotating aloft. As you come to, you realize your feet are off the ground, and slowly the energy begins to subside, and you drift back down to the surface, the stones dropping around.
We're both all right.
That was fun.
That felt amazing. Are you all right? Are you all right?
You guys all right?
Wow.
You both gain 15 temporary hit points.
Did you see anything? What happened?
Did you feel the others?
What?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't feel anything. But
There was nothing.
just felt whole.
Yeah, it feels really peaceful.
Continuing on, the thought comes across your mind as the euphoria drifts away that the benefits that you gain aren't just your own to gain as well.
Yeah. Everybody's getting more powerful with every one of those flares.
I'd say finishing this leg of the journey, especially with your help kind of guiding along, eventually it does subside and you feel your form transition to its natural state.
I go crystalline for a couple seconds, and then I become myself again, and I do not look good, and I'm just on the ground for a minute.
That's right.
I'll go over and help him.
Thank
Do
you.
you need something to eat or to drink?
He's just real tired.
Just hurts.
You want to ride?
Maybe, Fernie, you could go beast mode. And
Oh, yeah, and carry you.
2 points of exhaustion.
Oh, shit.
2 points of exhaustion.
You guys didn't want to turn around.
No, it made sense to do it.
That was the right call.
So two fucking days of this shit.
I'm gonna turn into a
10.
big dire wolf.
Okay. The heavier storm begins to push in once more. Begins to obscure your vision and making it hard to keep tabs on the direction, if not for Imogen, still kind of riding the wave of the flare, continuing to focus on that path. Wrapping up your face best you can, you all push into the storm. This one, you can hear the cracking of thunder in the distance as bright purple lightning occasionally sparks through above, and each time it crashes by, you feel that kind of tingle almost match through your body with each distant crack. Eventually, as the storm begins to pass and your vision begins to peek out, you can see the mountain range that was so distant before is much closer. And there, on the outskirts of what looks like a kind of carved valley in the middle of it, you can see the faintest view of a skyline of pointed towers among clustered buildings, detailless at this distance, but a real sign of civilization here on Ruidus, and the destination you're on the cusp of reaching. And that's what we'll go ahead and end tonight's episode.
Oh, we are almost there, baby.